Today's topic of discussion is women can manipulate you. So one of the main reasons why relationships are failing in today's society is because men are easily manipulated. They're getting manipulated by women. They're getting women to lose respect for them. And these guys here are failing in their relationships. So we're going to be discussing some key points in terms of how to stop a woman manipulating you. So first point is EQ. So EQ is emotional intelligence. A lot of guys in society are too focused on IQ and too focused on external metrics, like I've mentioned in the previous videos. These guys here, right, are so focused on trying to develop themselves on the exterior rather than actually developing their internal characteristics. Now, one of the internal characteristics is EQ, emotional intelligence. So you need to improve mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So with the emotional side of it, you need to be able to connect with several different people. So all these different people in society and how you're able to network with people. That's really important in life because that right there will give you the experience needed to be able to effectively communicate with people. The problem is a lot of guys, in particular youngsters in society, they are choosing to stay at home and choosing to be introverted. So these guys here are introverted because they are, not because it's a natural thing that they've been born with. Now, certain people are introverted and extroverted, but more people in today's time are introverted is because these guys here are not actively going out and actually trying to do something in their life. So it's really important developing your EQ skills and actually going through hardships, pain, suffering, and learning the lessons from that. So when you learn the lessons from that, that right there will help you develop your emotional intelligence. So when you are developing your emotional intelligence throughout your life, when women come across you, whenever they throw some sort of interest test at you, you're going to be able to pass with flying colours. Reason being is because the way to pass the interest test is check behaviour and no contact. So interest tests, also known as shit tests, when a woman throws that at you, you'll straight away be able to spot that and know, okay, this woman here is trying to test me here. I'm going to check the behavior and tell her, look, I don't appreciate how you're showing that level of disrespect. And if you continue showing that disrespect, I'm going to have to stop communicating with you. And then the next point after that is no contact. So that in and of itself shows high EQ. So that guy's got a high EQ. Similar situation when it comes to, let's say, dealing with family, dealing with friends. If, for example, you've got certain toxic family members and anytime you're having a discussion with them, you're seeing a common trend on how you're always getting into arguments. Guess what you do? You stop communicating with them and you limit your communication with them. You start prioritizing your purpose and your mission. So when you're prioritizing the purpose, you're using your energy on that. And then these people here, right, you're not allowing them to suck your energy. And it's the same thing with women. Guys in today's society are getting into relationships and then women are sucking their energy, sucking their time and sucking them of their life. They're not using that energy on their purpose. So when you've got a high amount of EQ, you'll be able to spot straight away when a woman is starting to show any type of disrespect or if a woman is trying to take you away from your purpose. And if she's starting to take you away from your purpose, that's when you apply no contact to her. So that will stop the manipulation because she can't manipulate you. Does that make sense, guys? Next point is stalking. So this is what it is. Girls, when they realize, right, so this is what it is. How to get all women in society. If you're trying to get pretty much all women in society or as many women as you want, when you've developed your EQ skills and you've actually mastered this game, a lot of girls, right, are going to be really intimidated by that. Because they're not used to coming across a guy who can't be manipulated. So this is what it is. A girl will try and manipulate you through the mental game or emotional game. Do you understand? And if you're mentally and emotionally intelligent, she can't manipulate you. And it's going to be really difficult to try and manipulate you. Because she knows you're just going to slap her with no contact. So this is what it is. These girls here, as I said, they'll just be stalking you. So even the really attractive looking girls, so like 8s, 9s and 10s, the ones who are really attractive in society, they'll start stalking you as well. They'll stalk you from afar. So they'll be watching you from a distance. Do you understand? So guys, as I said, guys who don't understand women, they don't flipping understand what I'm saying here. Yeah, girls who have a high amount of attraction for you, so they've got a high amount of attraction for you, these girls here are never going to be direct in their communication and say, oh yeah, I really like you and I want to be with you. They're going to be flipping 10 meters away, watching you from the sidelines, stalking you every single one of your moves and trying to get more information about you. That's what it is. So they'll tend to be more reserved and quiet, and they'll be paying attention more to how you conduct yourself. Because guys who she's not interested in, she's just going to be chatting to them, just waffling on with them. Because those guys there, she don't respect them, and she don't see them as guys who are actually of value. Because the guys who she sees of value, she's going to want to listen and learn from him. Does that make sense, guys? So next point is respect. That's what it is. So when a woman's not able to manipulate you, her respect is going to start to go up. So this is what it is. This is really important. When the respect is going up, her love will start to go up as well as a result. So respect equals love. Do you understand? So then with that, right, she is going to start to fall in love with you even more then. But the problem is with guys, right, and their relationships, and guys who are failing in their relationships, their respect is going down. Reason being is because they're getting manipulated. So when a woman's able to manipulate that guy and able to influence him to making decisions that she wants, that puts her in the leading position. And when she's in that leading position, she's going to start to despise that guy. Do you understand? So it's really important. All women look for a leader. So whatever you're hearing about all these feminists chatting this rubbish, saying, oh, I'm an independent boss babe type woman, put her in the same room as me, or put her in the same room as another guy who's a man of value. Yeah, you'll see how quickly her whole body language will start to change. That's what it is. So certain girls, let's say at work, right, or outside or wherever it is, these are the same girls, right, who are pushing this boss babe type lifestyle. And then when they come across a guy like me, I start communicating with them, they throw all of that out the window. They don't start saying, oh yeah, you know, I'm independent, I can do what I want, this and that. They start to become all nervous, timid, you know, shy, you name it, because they can't manipulate me. So I see right through that BS. So when a woman's just straight away saying some rubbish, I straight away just start flipping, checking her. Tell her, look, that right there, you can't just be chatting rubbish here to me. This is what it is. So if a woman says something crazy, guys will be nodding along and agreeing to it. But me, when she says some rubbish to me, saying some, oh yeah, you know, women can do what they want, and this and that, I'll tell them straight, nah, that road over there, that's got flipping roadworks, why isn't women working on that? Because these women nowadays, what they're saying is they're claiming that, oh yeah, there's an unequal pay when it comes to men and women. But women don't want to do these flipping hard labor jobs. So anytime there's a flipping drainage problem in your local community, when the flipping taps ain't working, when there's no water flowing, who's fixing the drainage issues and who's fixing the pipelines? Because it ain't women, that's for definite. So this is what it is. Now in today's society, it's so messed up by You got women talking about they don't need a man, they don't need a flipping a guy who's gonna provide for them. They can do everything themselves. Men don't do anything. All these dangerous narratives that the system is pushing. Because these women here have been brainwashed into thinking that. So another example is if there's a burglar that comes into your house, and if you've got no man in your house to protect you, what do you think is going to happen? So it's really important. Respect will go up in a woman's eyes when you maintain masculine frame. So when she's trying to say some BS, you ain't going to tolerate any BS. So when you're in a relationship, you check her, you tell her, look, don't be chatting rubbish around it, because I ain't trying to hear no rubbish. And if she's continuing to talk rubbish, you slap her with no contact. That's what I do with these girls. Do you understand? I ain't in no rush to get into a relationship. Do you understand? These guys here are so desperate to get into relationships. They're literally getting leftovers of women. So myself, I've got a whole flipping checklist right there. So final point is alone. Myself, right? I've got a checklist here. If a woman doesn't tick majority of my requirements, I'm happy to stay alone, because my peace of mind comes first in life. Guys of today are deficient. Guys of today are insecure. Guys of today cannot stay alone. They feel like they're flipping vulnerable. This is one of the major problems with guys of today's time. You know, in the previous generations, men would literally be going out, working on a purpose, day in, day out, grafting, grinding, manual labor. But in today's society, we've got everything so comfortable. We've got all these luxuries. You've got all this technology. So guys today, they don't have to put in any effort and any energy into the actual purpose. Hence why, with that alone time, they are equating that to needing to get into a relationship. And that need to get into a relationship is a turn off for a woman. Do you understand? It's because you need her. So a real man, right, he doesn't need a woman. It's because when he gets into a relationship with her, he chooses to get into a relationship. It's not because of out of needing her or anything like that. So myself, for future, when it comes to getting into a relationship, it's because of out of choice, and it's because of ticking my criteria. So if a woman is not up to scratch, she's not up to a good standard, I don't want to talk to her. But guys today are going to entertain those options is because they're not getting other options. That's what the problem is. You know, so you as a man of value, right, you're watching until pretty much the end of this video. You're seeing that if you're trying to get pretty much all women, right, the only way to get pretty much all women in society is for you to be comfortable being alone. So when you're alone, right, and then you're actually focusing on your purpose, that right there is what women find intriguing. Because this guy here, right, is someone who's mysterious. So that's why they say women like guys who are mysterious. Because she's confused when she sees a guy like you. She's thinking, what's going on here? Why is this guy here not trying to pressure me to get into a relationship? He's not trying to impress me. He's not trying to do the most when it comes to getting into a discussion with me. He's not trying to just blab all of this rubbish to me. He's literally just focused on his own thing. That right there is what a woman is attracted to. That's why women fall in love with the guy who's certain times not even attractive looking. You know, so the women who are really attractive in society based off of external looks, yeah, when they come across a guy who's not even that good looking, but then she falls in love with his internal raw masculinity. So that right there is what's gonna create a fulfilling relationship. So just to wrap up, EQ, developing your EQ skills. It's really, really important. It's more important than flipping IQ, yeah? Because with IQ, right, you can just ask people, speak to people, and then network with people. And then certain times, right, they're going to be able to get the job done. So let's say related to anything which is, let's say, computer based. So if you've got high EQ skills, you can speak to people and network with people, and then they're going to be able to do that work for you. So it's really important. With that right there is going to be able to get people to comply. Or another situation is, if you're out and about and any people that you interact with, if you make them feel good and make them feel positive energy, then you're going to be able to get potential work done from them, or just building a connection with them, whichever it is. So women see that and they notice that. So don't think that, oh yeah, women are not able to understand these things here. Women, as I said, women understand this. They understand social awareness. They're very, very socially aware. So when they can see a guy, right, who's able to communicate with several different people and get on with several different people across the world, that right there is really attractive to a woman. And the next point after that was stalking. As I said, a girl, right, who can't manipulate you, she's not able to gain influence over you and power over you. She's going to be stalking you from flipping 10 miles away, or flipping from the other side of the world. When it comes to, let's say, you're on the internet, she could be on the other side of the world, but she's stalking you and seeing you from afar, and she's trying to analyze you, because she knows full well these other guys, she can manipulate them, and she's not going to respect those other guys. But this guy here, he's not easily manipulated. So I'm going to do more investigation on this guy. So that's how women's brain thinks. They're thinking, I'm going to investigate this guy even more now. Next point after that was respect. As I said, respect will go up. Respect equals love in a woman's eyes. When her respect is increasing on a day-to-day basis, that right there is going to be able to raise her love for you. Because she knows full well she can't manipulate you. So when she can't manipulate you, her respect is going to go up by default. And then the final point was alone. You guys here need to be comfortable being alone. So that when you're comfortable being alone, and when you've got peace of mind, that right there is what is attractive to women. When they see this guy here is comfortable being alone and he's not in need of any relationship. So you tell a woman straight, I'm not in need of any woman. It's out of choice that I'm getting with a woman. And it's out of choice because this woman here needs to be of value, needs to be of somewhat of value in order for me to even speak to her. So having a set standard, having a set requirements, send that to the woman. Let her have a read of it. If she doesn't tick them, she's not on the same page, you move on to another woman. And you keep doing that. Get your reps in. Yeah? So don't focus and prioritize, I just need to get money and status and then everything's going to take care of them. Let me rephrase that. People just focus on money and status and think that's going to take care of getting women. As I said to you guys before, you want women to fall in love with who you are as a person, not for your flipping external metrics. Because external metrics come and go in life. They literally can be here one minute and then the next minute it's gone. So with your flipping house, car, money, one day you could have all of those things there, and then the next day you can be flipping bankrupt, mate. And then don't think for a second that, that's never going to happen to me, this and that. That's going to lead to your downfall. Because there's many arrogant people out there who said the exact same words, thinking, I'll never be poor again, or I'll never lose this and that. And then guess what? God ends up stripping them of those things and they hit rock bottom again. So always maintaining that sense of level head, that level-headedness, that right there is going to be able to help you push forward in life. So I hope that makes sense, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.